For over 30 years, I've been volunteering at the local college that grows a crop of poinsettias, and I thought you might be interested to see the crop.
This is ice punch. We grow this in a 6.5-inch pot. There are 3 plants in this pot. They are pinched so that they branch out. So each individual plant usually has between 4 or 5 actual heads. And so you should have at least 15 flower heads.
Travel have you been doing?
So this is winter rose, and there are 5 plants in a 10-inch terracotta bowl. We pinch these also, and each of the 5 heads should have 3 to 5 flowers. So as it turns out, you should have 25 to maybe 30 flower heads in this particular one. And we take this wonderful basket, wicker basket that has a plastic tray in it, and we put it in a tray like this. So that's winter rose, red. Okay, this is our 12-inch bowl. It has 9 plants in it. This is a variety called Jubilee Red, and these are not pinched. It's what we call a straight up, and that way the flowers are much larger. That's it. All right, this is our 6.5-inch Monet Twilight, and again, there's 3 in a pot. It's non-pinched so that the bracts turn out very large, and in the beginning it turns out it's very light color, this bract down here, and then as it matures, the bracts turn much darker. So this is Monet Twilight. We put either a gold or a red pot cover on this, and we sleeve them up for our customers. This is our Freedom White. This is in a 6.5-inch pot also. 3 individual plants in a pot, and again, they are not pinched so that the flower heads or the bracts are very large. We usually put a red or a gold pot cover on these also, and this is a beautiful Freedom White 6.5-inch. This is our Pantera bowl, and it is in a 6.5-inch Pantera pot, bottom here, and there are 4 plants in this particular one. This is called Freedom Red, so we have 2 white, 2 red. These are non-pinched also, so the heads, the flower heads, are supposed to only be like 1 single flower head, and they turn out very large. We put it in a white wicker basket, and the finished product is this. Inch red, comes in a 4.5-inch pot. It's pinched. This particular variety is called Premium Red, and turned out very nice this year. Okay, this is a 6.5-inch plant that's called Jubilee Red. There are 3 plants in a 6.5-inch pot. They are not pinched. We call it a straight up, so that you should see 3 large flower heads, and you will also see some side shoots coming off of the sides, and it just makes a lusher, fuller plant. So this is 6.5 inch Jubilee Red.
So Joe, tell us how to care for poinsettia once we get it home.
All right, so once you get the poinsettias home, once they leave our greenhouses, they are watered fairly well. These are on a drip system, so they're watered once a day for through a drip for a few minutes. The water should run out the bottom of the pot. So what we tell, there's usually a pot cover on these. I always tell the people that take the pot cover off, water it thoroughly so the water runs out the bottom of the pot, and then after it drains a little bit, then you can put the pot cover back on. And I usually tell our customers that once you water the plant, pick it up and you will feel the weight of it. And then you'll say, okay, I just watered it, this is what it should feel like. If you pick it up and it seems very light, then it probably needs water. The other thing you can do is look at the surface of the soil. If the surface of the soil is dry and it feels light, then yes, it will need some water. One of the main things that people do is they overwater the poinsettias. They do not need very much water, but they need to stay moist. So that's our biggest tip about them. Most people overwater them.
Let me video you, videoing me. Phenomenal crop this year. Did good.